Hello everyone. Now I want to go over how to get started in this course. So let's take a look at this section of my website. So there are two ways that you can follow along in this course. One, you could follow a weekly schedule, and on that you can go to the schedule page, and I'll explain that page when you get there. But basically it breaks down week by week, kind of what you should be doing each week, what you should be working on, what assignments you need to do, etc. It is kind of a loose schedule, so there's a lot of flexibility there. The other way is, especially if you're working this more online than in class, is to follow your own schedule. Maybe you need to spend a little more time, or you want to move ahead a little bit. So for that, you want to go through all the content, all the examples, and all the assessments at your own pace. Now, of course, you need to be mindful that you set a pace that doesn't leave you with too much work at the end or otherwise, but that allows you to do that. And there's a page called Materials that allows you to sort of access everything at once on the course if you're looking for that. Now, another thing that you should keep in mind is with this page, you can get help at any time. You can email me and I can try to answer your questions. We can also do some sort of video conference if that's an option available, or if you're in my class, you can obviously call me over to get the help, but just make sure you are always aware that help is always something on hand. There is a help page that I have on my website, which also has tons of resources. So if you're not one to necessarily talk to me directly, you can go to the help page and look through all the resources to see if that's something else that you need to get the help you need. The final thing about getting started is just a couple quick, obvious, probably for some of you, things you'd probably know. But so for example, if you're on a page, say a content page, so I'm just going to jump to any content page on my website, and you're reading through the content and you come across a picture which might have code on it, or it may be just a picture you need to look at, that might be a little too small for you to see. One tip I'd like to point out is that for any picture on my website, you can always right click and open it in a new tab. Okay, right click and open image in new tab. And once it's open in its own tab, that image will be a lot bigger and a lot easier for you to read. And the last little tip I'd give is if you're watching a video, an instructional video, or like the one you're watching now, just a couple YouTube tips. You can, in YouTube, always change the playback speed if you'd like, from normal to a slightly slower or slightly faster speed. If you'd like to sort of get through the content, you find I'm a little too long-winded, or you want me to slow down. And of course, you can also control the video by moving the slider, or what's called scrubbing, through the video anytime you need. And once again, if you need any help with that, just email me. All right, let's get started.